Alright, man. Welcome back to the channel. I'm Music Nerd here. And goddamn, there's been a lot of crazy stuff going on in the music world, hasn't there? So much for me to keep up. And since, I don't have the time to cover all of these topics into individual videos, I figured I just pack all these topics into this one video, just giving my quick, maybe 2 to 3 minute thoughts on each topic. So this is a new kind of video that I'm doing. It's called Quick Hits. Just me giving my short thoughts on these topics that are going on, since I can't cover every single thing into one, these 10-minute videos. I have a busy life. So before I get into it, I appreciate the love and support that you guys show on this channel. You guys responded well to the Madonna video that came on. Much love to that. I will be doing more hip-hop connections videos, the next one, so coming very soon, so stay tuned for that. But as always, if you enjoy the content on this channel, please hit the like button, please hit the subscribe button down below. If you're a return subscriber, hit the notification bell to be alerted for new content. We are almost at 1,000 subscribers on this channel, so I think we can do it. Let's try to hit that benchmark. Alright, so let's start with this, man. The Verzuz, Lox versus Dipset. I mean, what an incredible event that this was. It was held in the Garden. Wish I could have gone to this, but I feel like this event was old school New York hip hop at its finest. I felt like if you were under 27 years old, you shouldn't be allowed into this event. I don't care if you got 3 Vax cards, you're not getting in. You know what I mean? This is for, they say old heads, in hip hop, this is for them, And the Lox came in, Jadakiss, Styles P, Sheik Luch. They just terrorized Dipset. And I know a lot of people had Dipset favorite in this match going into this battle, because Dipset, I think probably for my generation, a lot of people were more Dipset fans, whereas the Lox was kind of like a generation before. But listen, man, I was expecting a very entertaining battle, but I did not expect a blowout. The Lox came to play. Jadakiss is most definitely the MVP. His stock has risen up. He like he said, he was in war mode. And from the minute Dipset brought those lawn chairs, you can see the look in Jadakiss's face, all right, these motherfuckers don't respect us. We're just gonna just beat them up. It's almost like watching an old Mike Tyson fight. Speaking of that, Michael Buffer coming in, setting the thing off with his white suit. It was phenomenal. You even had a couple of quick scuffles. You had Jadakiss taking off Joe Santana's headband. It was everything that I expected and more. So shout out to Lox, shout out to Dipset. They're gonna be touring after this, which is great. I'm glad to see 2 of the most beloved New York hip hop groups getting their flowers after all these years. Even though Dipset didn't perform to the level of the Lox, you still gotta respect what they did for hip hop. So an amazing event that people are gonna be talking about for years. This is probably the best Verzuz event, and I'm curious to know how they're gonna top this. Kanye has still not released Donda. Listen, man, I told you guys, that this man does not keep deadlines. All right. The interesting thing about this is that when Kanye did his second event, he's levitating and all that stuff, and he promised that he put on Apple Music, and he, all this hoopla, and I said, listen, is he doing this for the clout, or is he really putting on an album? And as of now, we still have no album. And there's been some rumors that I'm hearing that he's waiting for Drake to release his project. Just put out the damn thing already. If not, then just shut the fuck up. Like I said in that video that I made about, a couple weeks ago, it's just you see other artists like Tyler, Griselda, J. Cole, they put out a tweet, hey, this is my album, it's coming out next week, check it out. and that's it. You know, all this stuff, this levitating is gonna overshadow the album, because and I felt like he should have capitalized on this moment when he should have. And now, you know, this album is gonna release later on, if it ever gets released, and it's gonna die down. You know, and yeah, people are gonna pie because it's Kanye, but it's like, you should have capitalized on the moment. And if the music is not gonna be up to par, then what are people gonna remember? Are they gonna remember the actual album, or are they gonna remember this crazy nonsense that you did in Atlanta? Isaiah Rashad came back from a 5-year hiatus, dropping his latest album, The House is Burning. And, you know, a lot of people are questioning if TDE is on the decline. Now, Isaiah Rashad released this album, and it kind of had a lukewarm response. You know, I mean, if he was expecting to set, you know, quote unquote, the house on fire, I mean, I would say it was a mid-temperature change, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but, you know, you come back after 5 years, and, you know, I think a lot of people weren't expecting this kind of mellow, lukewarm type album. And, you know, Kendrick hasn't released his album. It's been a while since he released his. It's been a while since SZA released hers. Schoolboy Q, his last album, Crash Talk, kind of had a mid-reaction, a lukewarm reaction. So, you know, a lot of people have been saying, like, is TDE on the decline? Are they no longer the standard bearers in hip-hop? And you see the rise of Griselda over the past few years. I mean, Westside Gunn, Benny the Butcher, Conway, and all the other artists on that label, they've been putting out more output than TDE has put out in the past 3 years. I mean, it's been insane. I mean, they have enough albums that you can listen to for several years, you know, but they put out projects every single month, so their work ethic is phenomenal. And, you know, yeah, is Griselda taking over TDE's spot? That's the big question. Listen, I'm not gonna raise the white flag on TDE just yet, but I do think they need to put out some solid work soon. I mean, Ab-Soul, I mean, yeah, he hasn't put out anything in 5 years, so it's like, what's going on that label? I mean, as I understand, it's the pandemic, but I feel like the momentum is dying. So, yeah, I'm always going to be curious on what's going to happen to that label. But it's been a while. And also, Logic came back. And, you know, personally, I'm not the biggest Logic fan. When he did his whole retirement thing last year, yes, it was just last year. May have seemed like it happened yesterday, but it was last year. And now he's coming back with the Bobby Tarantino mixtape, which also was kind of lukewarm. To me, I felt Logic has been on the decline since that album he had in 2015, The Incredible True Story, and then when he had that original Bobby Tarantino with the Flexecution song, which I liked. And ever since that, I just feel like he's gotten more commercial. I just feel like he's gotten away from himself. He's been trying to, for whatever reason, you know, he copied his influences in the past, and, you know, it was kind of admirable. You know, he had the Kendrick flow, he had the Kanye shout out, but now it's becoming more obvious. He's copying Lil Baby, he's copying Rod Wave, and it's like at this point, it's like he doesn't have an identity anymore. He's just trying everything and anything to just, I don't know, be relevant. And I feel like the reason why he has such a diehard fan base is because, yeah, he did talk about nerdy stuff. You know, he did talk about sci-fi and Star Wars, and he was the underdog, and he did have this kind of aesthetic that, you know, backpackers could like, but also, you know, mainstream guys, you know, kind of commercial rappers can fuck with it too. And now I just feel like he's all over the place. He's just chasing sounds, he's just chasing what's hot, and that's never a good thing. So that studio album, No Pressure, was, I thought, a solid return to form, but his previous couple of projects before that, and with the Suicide song and that song One Day, it was so horrible. He performed at the VMAs, and it was just like, what? Is he becoming the new Macklemore? Like, I mean, I know Macklemore is gone, but goddamn, like Logic, like we don't need another Macklemore, you know? We don't need it. Like, we good. we're good. So yeah, man, Logic and the whole retirement thing, it was just goofy, man. Like, just say you were taking a hiatus. Just say you're taking a break, but the breakdown on Twitch, you know, all that stuff, and being a dad, and I understand, you know, you want to be a dad and all that stuff, and you just say you want to take a break. But the whole retirement thing, and you come back with the Dr. D mixtape and the Bobby Tarantino thing, is like, come on, man, like, what is this? I mean, at least Jay-Z took 3 years, you know, Busta Rhymes took a couple of years, Snoop Dogg did, so it's like, but Logic couldn't even keep it a year, so yeah, man, I don't know what's happening to Logic. I hope he can bounce back, but it's not looking too good for my guy. Last but not least, we buried the lead long enough, DaBaby. Yeah, this has been just a very, very sad thing. You know, DaBaby, I've been a fan of DaBaby for a couple years now. I loved his first, Baby on Baby album. Suge was a great track, and then Kirk, I thought had some good bops there. No pun intended. You know, DaBaby has been having a huge year, especially in 2020. He had a #1 hit song, Roddy Ricch, Rockstar, which was played everywhere. He had a song with Dua Lipa. That was a huge crossover success. I felt that got him a whole new audience. But man, what's been going on for the past couple months with DaBaby is just like, it's sad to see, because this guy has had so much promise, and it almost seems like he's scared of his success. And it's not just what's been going on for the past couple of months, but like him getting into altercations and concerts, you know, him wilding out in videos, and it's just like, dude, man, you have so much. I mean, if you listen to the story, go read articles about his story. Not even just a couple of years ago. I mean, losing his dad and just becoming a drug dealer and getting in crime, and now he's like this major, you know, pop star. You know, and I would say that he's become like the new Drake. You know, where he's like on features galore, and if you put him on a song, it's gonna be a big hit. I mean, that's how. I mean, I respect his work ethic, but him going on the Rolling Loud thing with the homophobic slurs, and it was just very bizarre and just very irresponsible. And I know it's, oh man, you're being PC, and you know, nobody can say anything anymore. But it's like the way that he said it, it was just random. It made no sense. And then you come out with the video saying that, you know, only gay people get AIDS, and it's just like, what the hell is going on? So I'm not gonna make judgments about his intelligence or his education. I obviously don't know him that well, but we all know that you can't do all this stuff, you know, anti, you know, homosexual, anti, you know, minority stuff now. You know, it's just not needed, especially coming out of the year that we just had. People just are not going to stand for it. And, you know, I'm sure that there were gay fans of DaBaby that were extremely hurt, you know, because they love this music, and he's basically just calling them out and making fun of them. And it's kind of like, if you're homosexual and you're a fan of DaBaby, what did you do? You know, like, you just stop listening to him anymore. So here's what I would say. You know, I don't want him to be canceled. I want him to grow from this. I want him to be a better person from this. You know, we gotta stop canceling people that don't need to be canceled. Guys like Kevin Spacey, R. Kelly, they deserve to be canceled because they actually did stuff that was horrifying, that was traumatic for people. People like DaBaby, who said very ignorant statements. Let him learn from this. Let him grow from this. Let him come out of this with a better, nuanced perspective about the LGBT community and AIDS and all that stuff. Let's give him a chance. Now, if he keeps on doing dumb shit and saying inflammatory remarks, all right, yeah, we can, you know, get ready to, you know, put him on the waiting list to be canceled. But yeah, just a very bizarre thing. And also just bringing out Tory Lanez after Meg Thee Stallion just performed. I was like, what are you doing? What are you doing? So these are my quick thoughts on these subjects. Tell me what you think in the comments section below. Love to hear what you think. More videos are coming soon. YouTube recommends these 2 other videos to check out after this one. Love you guys. Until next time, peace. Oh, my bad. I forgot one thing. I forgot about one thing I need to talk about. Let's talk about The Weeknd and his new song, Take My Breath. Listen, man, this guy just won't stop. He just won't stop. The new song is fire. Gives me some Donna Summer vibes, you know, in the 70s, 80s disco. Feels like it should be on like the Scarface soundtrack, you know what I mean? And I know a lot of people are saying, you know, The Weeknd, he needs to switch it up. You know, I want the old Weeknd. But the man keeps making hits like this. I'm sorry, man, but we don't. Yeah, he can just keep in his lane and just do stuff like this, and he'll be fine. The new Weeknd song is really fire. All right, hashtag fuck the Grammys.